Have you ever just stopped for a second and wondered, am I actually as free as I think I am? Well, welcome to this explainer. Today we're unpacking some truly profound source material that is going to completely reframe how we look at true freedom and success in the modern world. We so often just walk through life on autopilot, right? We just accept society's definitions of power and success without really questioning the whole shebang. But the text we're diving into today, it literally forces us to stop, take a hard look in the mirror, and reconsider everything. So get ready to seriously shift your perspective. So let's jump right in by challenging a really common assumption. When I ask you what freedom looks like, what instantly comes to mind? For a lot of us, the gut reaction is that freedom just means getting exactly what we want whenever we want it. We kind of equate freedom with endless choices, don't we? Like being able to order literally anything online in 2 seconds and bending our environment to fit our immediate mood. But as we're going to see from our source text, that external version of freedom might actually be a trap.
All right, moving into Section 1, The Gift of Trust, and its subtitle, The Illusion of Strength.
The text kicks things off by examining trust, and it makes it crystal clear that when someone puts their faith in us, how we react reveals our true character. Sometimes people actually think that using deception for some quick, selfish gain makes them clever, or that somehow outsmarting someone is this big display of power. But the text argues the exact opposite. Taking advantage of others? No way is that a sign of intelligence or strength. Instead, it shows that true greatness is built on honesty, integrity, and actively protecting the confidence people place in us. Earning that lasting respect and the peace of mind that comes with it only happens when we value our relationships way more than some fleeting selfish victory.
That brings us to Section 2, The Invisible Prison, Redefining Real Freedom.
So this totally pivots us away from external control and shifts our focus entirely to internal awareness. And the big revelation here is that our own unchecked desires actually construct an invisible prison around us. The text defines this prison as that constant, exhausting urge to compare ourselves to others, to pass judgment, to obsess over making the absolutely perfect choice, or to just desperately seek approval from everyone else. And honestly, when you're constantly reacting to those urges, you aren't free at all. You're literally a prisoner to your own impulses and the opinions of the outside world.
The text captures this beautifully. It says true freedom begins when we become aware of our own thoughts, desires, fears, and reactions instead of being controlled by them. So the key takeaway here is that genuine freedom isn't found in flipping through a catalog of endless choices or trying to force the universe to give you what you want. It's actually found in quiet, powerful awareness. It's that ability to just sit back and watch your own mind operate without being completely dragged around by it.
Because think about it. When we lack that awareness, we are 100% controlled by our tendencies. If a coworker insults us, bam, we automatically yell back. If we see something shiny in a store window, we just impulsively buy it. But by observing our thoughts without immediately jumping to judgment, we gain this immense liberating power to actually respond wisely. It's a real game changer. You still feel the emotion, absolutely, but you actually get to choose your action.
All right, moving right along to Section 3, Mastering the Self and the Alchemy of Challenges.
Okay, so how do we actually deal with the friction of the real world day to day? Well, the source material gives us a pretty incredible 3-step framework. Step 1 is inevitable, right? You experience a challenge, an insult, a temptation, maybe a disappointment. But step 2, now that is the magic moment, the pause. You simply pause to observe your internal emotional reaction. You just watch the anger or the fear rise up. And then, step 3, you consciously choose to master yourself instead of trying to bend the world to your will or control the other person. And honestly, this is exactly how you develop real inner peace and emotional strength. Because when you hit that pause button, you suddenly start seeing all these hidden opportunities. Every single time life throws a test our way, we're being handed very specific choices. We get the opportunity to choose integrity over deception. We get the chance to pick patience over anger and wisdom over pure impulse. Making the right choices in those tiny micro moments is what actually leads to genuine, lasting happiness, rather than just grabbing a fleeting, selfish victory that's going to leave you feeling totally empty tomorrow.
And that brings us to our final section, Section 4, The Ultimate Victory, the Redefinition of Success.
Now, this is the part where the source material completely shatters the modern myth of success. It clearly states that true success is not about deceiving others or always getting your way. It is living with honesty, self-awareness, and inner freedom.
Look, we are constantly bombarded with messages telling us that success equals wealth, status, or having power over other people. But the text reminds us that manipulating folks or forcing our own way is just a total illusion of power. Living with deep self-awareness and unshakable inner freedom, now that is the true hallmark of a highly successful, well-lived life.
I really want you to let this profound conclusion sink in for a second. A peaceful mind and noble character are the greatest victories a person can achieve. Psychologists actually call this the hedonic treadmill. It's that surprising fact that no matter how many external promotions, shiny purchases, or social media followers we rack up, our baseline level of happiness rarely ever changes. The source material brings us right back to the ultimate truth here. The greatest, most enduring achievements in life aren't external accolades. They are strictly internal. It's all about the development of a noble character and a deeply peaceful mind. So, as we wrap up this explainer on the true nature of freedom, trust, and success, I want to leave you with one final thought to mull over. What will you choose the next time you are tested? Because, let's be real, you will be tested. Will you just react blindly, or will you take that pause, observe, and consciously choose the path of true inner freedom? The choice is entirely yours. Keep learning, keep questioning, and we'll see you next time.